نجوم لاحت في العليا لتناجي العزة والسؤدد، وبريق يصدع أخاذا ونفوس الناس بها تسعد. نجوم لاحت في العليا لتناجي العزة والسؤدد، وبريق يصدع أخاذا ونفوس الناس بها تسعد. نجوم لاحت في العليا لتناجي العزة والسؤدد، وبريق يصدع أخاذا ونفوس الناس بها تسعد. وسحاب يهطل مغفرة ليغيث قلوبا
Uh-oh, it crashed. I ain't gonna lie. Low-key, these videos are hard to make. Because I'll do a recording and then halfway through I'll be like, dang, this recording stinks. Let me delete the whole thing, the whole 7 minutes, and just start all over. And then I just wasted, and then now I gotta, and then I do that twice or three times, thrice, and then it's just, 10-minute video, but an hour-long recording, and I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, sorry. Welcome to Devlog 3. I've been working very hard in the last 5 weeks to get this update out. I really wanted to get it out sooner, but it is what it is. Stuff takes time. Greatness takes time, right? So we're gonna go ahead and just hurry up and run through this list. I'm not going to waste your time. I respect your time, you know what I'm saying? So the first thing on the list that I want to address was the sound effects. Now the game actually has sound. The sound makes a huge difference. I was blown away at how great the game feels now to play just because it has sound effects. So, of course, I didn't make the sound effects myself. I got them from some online free, like a royalty-free kind of thing. So, but yeah, fantastic. I love it. As far as visual effects go, I didn't really add any visual effects apart from the parry. The parry, oh my God. A huge difference you'll see also is the HUD, or the heads-up display. Before, it looked very bland, very nothing really. But now it's very stylish, very beautiful. I think switching from your health being a number to being a bar is a huge difference in terms of the way it feels and the vibe and yada yada. You'll notice too that there is not only a green bar for your health and a blue bar for your super art meter, but there's also a red bar. Now that red bar is a big deal, but I'm not gonna share with you what it is yet. That's gonna be in a future video. What I will explain, however, is the gray health. If you block an attack, before you would just receive the chip damage and that's it, right? But now you take gray damage, not red damage. Red damage, once you take that damage, that's it. You're not getting your health back. But if you have gray health, if you are not being hit for like a second, then you will start to slowly regenerate your gray health. Another thing you'll notice is the hearts. Now you have stocks like in Smash, although I technically took more inspiration from Vampire Savior, how they have the bats, than I did from Smash, but it's kind of all the same thing, right? Another change, I moved the camera closer to the players. I think that the camera before was more like Smash Bros, where if you're close together, then the camera zooms in, but if you go way over there, then the camera zooms out so that you can still see everyone. And that's cool. That's great for Smash. But I think that the direction that I want to take this game has just kind of led me to make it to where the camera will not do that. So now, if the camera's right here and you try to go over there, you literally can't go past the camera. Like, it just won't zoom out for you. You're just stuck. Just like a traditional fighting game like Mortal Kombat or Tekken or Street Fighter or Vampire Savior. There are some other mechanics that I added that I guess they're big mechanics, but not really. So for example, damage scaling. In a nutshell, the bigger your combo is, the lower your damage output. So an attack that would normally do 100 damage now only does 80 damage on your third hit and 10 damage on your 10th hit and all hits after that. Almost every fighting game has this, and the point of it is to make sure that you're not going to get knocked out because of one combo. That would be pretty lame. Another thing that I added to the game are counters. Let's say I'm about to attack you. So I wind up my attack. If you hit me while I'm winding it up, that's a counter. And I will receive in my game 4 extra frames of hit stun. The same thing happens if you attack me during my recovery frames or during the active frames too. Anytime that I'm attacking, if you sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. Anytime that my God, did I just do that? I changed the way that being hit in the air works now, because before it was really janky, but I fixed it. I'm not gonna explain how, because that's kind of, who cares, right? I fixed it. I also added back shots. What I mean, hear me out. If you get attacked from behind, then you'll receive 20% more damage than being attacked from the front. So, I mean, that's really it, to be honest, because in this game, you can still face away from your opponent, unlike the rest of traditional fighting games. I might reduce that to like 10% extra damage output, but I don't know. I made it to where normals will cancel into specials. I made it to where you can only be grabbed if you're on the ground, but if you're in the air, or if you're landing, or if you're jump squatting, then you can't be grabbed. You can only be grabbed by an air grab, but if you're on the ground and you're trying to do a ground grab, you can only grab someone who's also on the ground with you. Also, when you wake up, you have a short window in which you can't be grabbed. And the reason why this is the case is to prevent grab loops or throw loops, which if you play Street Fighter 6, you know how big of an issue that can be. There is one issue with the core gameplay that you might have noticed when watching the clip at the beginning of the video, and that is if there's a player that's caught between 2 other players and that player is being double teamed, he's caught in the middle. What is he supposed to do? The way that I fixed this was, if you're being comboed by 2 different dudes, you will receive 0 hit stun. What that'll do is make it to where it's easier for you to do your counterattack and or get out of that predicament. It is risky though for the people to double team you, because the whole time that they're attacking you, not only is their damage output becoming less and less and less because of the damage scaling that I mentioned earlier, but also you're still building meter. So when your super art meter is full, you can unleash your super and do big damage. But then I realized once I play tested with them that it wasn't enough. So now I also made it to where if you get hit by an attack and then the knockback from that attack would cause you to be knocked into a guy behind you, now your opponent who hit you will also receive the knockback, just like whenever you're in the corner. That should help the person in the middle not be stuck. Finally, and this is the last thing I want to touch on, I added a new branch of attacks. Basically, before there were only like 3 different attack types. You had your normal ground attacks or your strikes. You had your aerials. And then you had your specials. Right? Now we have another one. If you hold down the block button and you attack, now you have a faster attack. It's faster, but it's also weaker. See how this one does this much damage? But then this one only does this much damage. Not much, but it's called a guard attack because you hold down block while doing it. And yeah, the guard attack in this game is essentially the equivalent of a light attack in any other fighting game. You might ask, okay, then why not just make a light attack? And that's just because of the way that the controls are on a touchscreen. You know, as I said in the first devlog, this is a mobile first game. So although yes, it will be available on consoles and PC, the design of this game revolves around the mobile experience. I wanted a lighter and faster attack in the game, and the only answer that I could think of, and the best answer that I could think of, was the guard attack. So in a future video, I'm going to explain why this works and why this is what I'm going with. But yeah, that's pretty much the guard attack. And that's pretty much it. I know I said in the last devlog that I was going to add the training mode in this update, but I kind of got carried away with the changes, and I was not expecting to make that many changes, but the game is a lot better now, so I'm not complaining at all. For sure, in the next update, inshallah, there will be a training mode update. So look out for that. But more importantly, look out for future videos, because I plan on posting a lot of videos between now and when the next big update drops. So I'll see you then.